what a game. First of all, I thought it was a great environment. I love sitting there, telling our players in that first half, and look at the stands. It was beautiful to see the stands filled. It was great to hear them making noise and getting into the game. That's always an awesome feeling for a player and a coach. And I felt like our guys were excited to play today. We talked about all week just trying to find a way to win the ball game, and we did. It wasn't pretty, but that's who we are right now. We're growing and we're learning. We're having to handle some adversity during the week. We're having to handle adversity during the game, and I thought our guys were able to overcome that and find a way to win the ball game. And we talked about season opportunities a lot today and this week, and we made a lot of them. We made some great catches, we made some great throws, we made some great stops defensively, and then we had some out there that we didn't make. But that's okay. There's still a lot of room for us to grow, and that's part of football. We got to be diligent in how we go back to work, take constructive criticism, and build on the things that we're doing well. So proud of our defense today. They played extremely hard. They played extremely well. We gave up a couple plays, but we bowed our neck in the red zone and got some stops, which was good to see. And it was a defensive battle. I thought both teams played extremely hard in the game. Offensively, we lose Kobe Meeks after the first series. Tyler Bjorklund didn't play. We got Jeff Taylor playing center, and that nose gave us some problems, and we had to change a little bit of our schemes, and we did a better job running the ball out of 11 personnel in the second half. And we were kind of a mash unit. Darius Campbell went out at nickel, and Hawk went out at nickel. Emmanuel Jones went out, but I thought guys just stepped up. They stepped up. Didn't matter whose number was called. They went out there and played hard. And the bottom line business, like I say all the time, is finding a way. And there's going to be a lot of things that you can look at and we got to fix, and we know that. We know that as coaches and we know that as players, and I'm excited for the win and excited for Colorado State and this university and our fan base today for winning on homecoming. It was close, but we found a way.
Did you say anything to Wyatt between the miss and the final
field
goal?
I don't ever say anything to those kickers. I was looking for Stonehouse when he didn't punt the ball out of bounds. I think he ran. I couldn't find him. But I'm trying. I've told you I'm a new guy. I'm trying to stay positive this year, and I didn't. I told him in the locker room it took him 2 kicks to get a scholarship, so it took him 2 kicks today to win.
Coach, in the red zone there, I believe it was at the end of the third quarter when you had those 2 direct snaps to Trey McBride. What was the thought behind doing that back to back?
Well, it was a power play with fly motion. They were in a underfront. You know what an underfront is? All right, they had a shade 5 and a 9. All right, we were doubling the 5 technique to the backside backer. We were kicking out to Sam, faking a fly sweep, and we're supposed to hit off tackle, and he tries to run outside, and he could have walked in. So we called it again and said hit it tighter, and he went outside again. So we didn't coach it well enough that he didn't understand that he should have been running off that double team's butt. But he's a freshman, and he'll learn from that. And it was so wide open the first time. I'm like, we're calling again, and we get to 4th down, we're going to go for it. But he ran wide again, and he'll see it on the film. We actually, it was going to be Izzy's play, and Izzy had to go to class because we're academics first. And so we ran it against our defense, and Trey McBride ran through 3 people, hit it tight, and almost scored. So we fired Izzy and let Trey have the play. And then, hindsight's always 20/20. I said, well, that was dumb, Coach, and we should have let Izzy do it.
Coach,
there you go.
Coach, you didn't say anything to him, but was there any inclination to maybe go for the touchdown on that final drive after that mistake?
Well, we had plenty of chances to score. We kept jumping off sides. One of them I don't know if it was an offsides or not. I didn't see it. Then we get backed up and we get it to an inch line. We can't get an inch. That's on us. We need to take the lead right there. We don't get it right there and don't take the lead, then everybody's like, why don't you take the lead? But in my mind, I felt we needed to kick it. I didn't feel good about going for it right there in our jumbo plan, just with our line of scrimmage the way it was. I felt better about kicking it. We obviously missed it. So we had to play defense and use our timeouts. Went for one earlier. In that position right there, I just felt like we needed to get the win.
Coming down the end.
Get the points and go ahead. Sorry.
Coming down to the end, did you almost feel like it was going to be one of those days where you wasted a really good defensive performance?
No, I knew we were going to win the whole time. That's football. You just got to keep playing and you got to keep focusing on what's going to happen. Defense did their job at the end. You know, offense didn't do their job when they didn't punch it in. The field goal team didn't do their job when they didn't make the kick. All right, so we got to hold them. We got 3 timeouts. They did their job again. You know, it's not about, you know, what you do during the game. It's what you do every time you go out there. And whether it's good or bad, you go back out there and keep playing. And offensively, we got a 1-minute plan together, said this is what we're going to do. And we made the big play to Preston that got us down there. And then, you know, we had so much time. I'm like, we got to slow down. You know, it was kind of like Arkansas. I didn't want to leave them any time. You know, 37 was the yard line for him. We felt good about making it. I didn't feel great about him making it that from the 37, but we're in field goal position. What I didn't want to do was turn the ball over and blow an opportunity to win the game. And we did it beautifully. We ran it down there, you know, to inside the 5, and we did our bullseye. We centered it up, and, you know, 3 seconds on the clock to win the game. So,
What did you see out of your defense today? I mean, there was an offense that was averaging 42 points a game, close to 500 yards total offense. They have less than 300, and 2 big goal line stops, really.
yeah, I mean, I've been saying it all along. I feel like our defense is improving since the third quarter. It's halfway through the third quarter of the Arkansas game. I thought they played beautifully. I thought they played good against Florida. Special teams was a nightmare. Illinois State, I thought they played, you know, decent in that game. We just missed some one-on-one battles. And then last week, offensively disappeared in the third quarter, and they held ground a couple times. It just gave up a couple explosives, which we did today. But we hustled. We got them on the ground. We made them snap it again. I feel like they're starting to come together and able to play faster. We're playing with more effort and energy, and I think that's because we understand what we're doing a little bit more. We're rotating more guys. I really like our defensive line rotation, rotate guys like Caleb Smith and Bombeck and Damian Dickens, who's really an end and having to play inside. I mean, are just showing up and making plays. And, you know, as we continue to improve, we're going to get a little bit better. And, again, we're not there's a lot of things that you're going to look at. But at the end of the day, they're fighting their tails off for each other, and they made enough plays at the end of the game to win.
Mike, have you felt more comfortable the past 2 weeks as a coach calling plays again and kind of dictating this offense?
Yeah, I really have. It's good to get back in that room. I haven't had any doctor's appointments that's taken me away. I've got one this Tuesday where I'm supposed to go to Denver. My wife's in charge of trying to move that, so it's not this week on a short week. I definitely feel more comfortable. It's good to get back in there. There's still some things that I can't do. But I'm out on the field. I mean, you guys see me there every day. You know, I got a chauffeur that kind of takes me to drill. But now I'm getting out of the golf cart. Now I'm coaching. I'm in the staff room. I don't feel like I have to go home early. So it's good to get back in there and calling plays. And you got to get a feel for it again. You know, we miss that time and don't call them. It's kind of, you know, but it comes back. I feel like we got some weapons. You know, it's hard to call plays when you had to struggle to run the ball, though. But you know, you call a play and guys got to go execute it. You know, and I feel like our guys are getting comfortable, and KJ's getting a better understanding of who I am. You know, and the quarterback's got to know that hey, this is what he's thinking in these situations. And he's doing, you know, a lot of good things. You know, made a couple throws that you're like, oh no. But that's kind of who he is. You know, he's a little bit of a risk taker and buys some time. Like last week on that 3rd and 8 in San Jose on the drive in the fourth quarter, we got a half. I mean, he's buying time. And the second down, he had a wide open guy and he didn't execute the play. But at the 3rd down, he just buys time and makes a play for you. So, you know, as a play caller, you're kind of oh no a couple times. But you know, he knows he's trying to give guys like Preston and Warren a chance, and you know, for the most part, they're making plays for him.
Mike, on the one drive, the back-to-back Wildcat snaps to Trey McBride, it looked like the second one of those, there was some kind of miscommunication or mix-up from what you were trying?
He didn't fake it maybe and just hit it. But I mean, I just explained that play, same play, and he needed to hit it tighter. Still, I mean, whether the guy goes in motion or not, it probably was the snap was a little bit late. But, I mean, I was watching the double team on a 5 technique. I wasn't watching that. That's called eye candy back there. And we knocked the 5 down, and he's running outside. Yeah, he probably pulled it a little bit early. I was watching the block. Okay. About like they ran into each other a couple times. Sometimes that happens when you're doing that.
You expected you and him to stack the box like they did last year. They did. How much did the switching on the offensive line with?
We struggled a little bit to handle the nose. You know, I just didn't feel great about our 2-back running game going into this game because of how they play. defensively. I was a little bit, worried that they were going to stop our running game, and they did. I felt better about, spreading them out in 11 personnel, which we did a decent job of that. But it was hard. But the first half I thought we ran it decent. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, I didn't call enough runs. So in the second half, I wanted to continue to run the ball, to put ourselves in position to take some shots. But at times, one run we have on second down, they ended up playing two Tampa and playing cover two, and we got a nice run by Izzy. I was kind of a little bit off on really kind of calling when I wanted to run it and when I wanted to throw it. We're not there yet, being able to change the plays and get us in the right look sometimes. We're kind of slow in executing our offense, really just slow getting up there and doing it. And that's going to take with time. It's a little bit like the first year, with a new offense and a new quarterback and a new center. And today we had our second team center. But Preston over there, they played a lot of cover two to him. So our runs to the boundary were working today. We tried to put him to the field a little bit early to try to match him up on a safety. I knew we put him in the boundary. They were going to play cover two or drop their defensive end out under him. And our most success was running to the boundary at Preston because they were covering him.
Like, you gave your team the message this week that they hadn't been a very good team. Going to the locker room with a lead, what's the message to the team during halftime when you got a lead but not get complacent?
No, the message was you got 30 more minutes. To play this game. You got to play it every snap. When your number's called, you got to be ready. And the last thing I said, we got to find a way. Find a way. And then after the game, the kids were coming up, we found a way, Coach. And that's the bottom line. Things are going to happen in a game that don't go your way. Things are going to happen that go your way. And you just got to keep playing football. You got to keep coaching because, you've been around long enough, you see crazy things happen, and you just got to continue to do that and get your players in that mindset that – you never should relax. Don't relax. And then when you're down, all right, don't think you're out of it. Just keep playing.
Coach Caleb Smith kind of set the tempo defensively with that fourth fumble. Ends with 7 tackles, also a sack. What can you say about how he's improved over the
Yeah, I'm really proud of Caleb. I thought toward the end of last year, he finally said, hey, I'm going to do something here, and started practicing hard in practice. He started giving better effort. I thought he made a conscious effort that I'm going to try to earn the right to play on Saturdays, and he played a little bit toward the end of last year. And there's something about being a senior sometime. When it's your senior year, hey, I'm going to, I might have not done everything right since I've been here, but this senior year I'm going to give everything I got and lock in. And early in the year, he kind of didn't set the edge for us when he's supposed to be a 9-technique, stuff like that. But I thought he played really good at Illinois State. Thought he played great last week against San Jose, and then he played good again tonight. And I'm calling out who the media wants, and I said that to the team. I said, Caleb Smith, you're doing you're playing well. Your role is to come in there and play and do your job, and he's doing a good job. And Caleb's a guy the team likes, and they're excited for him that he's playing well and getting an opportunity. But nobody gave that to him. He earned it and said, "Hey, I'm gonna start trying to do the right things to get on the field." And I'm proud of him because that depth is helping us up front.
How much did that open competition week and the bye week help when you look at the rotation on the offensive line today, losing some of those nickels?
Well, I mean, it was that bye week came at a great time. You're 1-4. You're struggling a little bit. You played some really tough teams, but you felt like you didn't play your best as a football team. And there's a fine line as a coach. What am I going to do in this bye week? Because we were a little bit banged up. Played some teams that a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger with us. But I felt we needed to put the ball down and compete. And what I loved, I told the coaches after the second day, I said, these guys are in it. They're out there playing and they're out there having fun and they're competing. They're not, what are we doing this for? They got after it. And that was a sign that our guys still want it. And you love to see that as a coach. You love to see that competition. And my man just walked in here, I made the wrong decision on the Wildcat with the competition, didn't I, Izzy? Probably on the blast off too. We were trying to be Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson, go over the top. So Brian Applewhite's got pads out there. We're stacking dummies up to jump over the top. And Marvin actually won the competition, and then we chickened out and went with Izzy. He scores the first one, and Dave Johnson says on the headphones, "Did he even jump?" So. But we compete every week. We compete for who's going to get this run, who's in this situation, who's going to run this route and this third down. So guys know, hey, this is your opportunity. And I think we're gaining some depth. I mean, it was good to see Nico Hall come in there and make some plays. We're gaining some depth where we can come out during the week and we can compete and guys understand, and it gives you more on offense that guys got to defend. And it's giving you depth. It's good morale when guys play. And sometimes as coaches, we're scared to put them in there. And that was my message to our team and our coaches today. We got to trust ourselves. Coach Jansen's got to trust himself, and he's got to call those. We were dialing up blitzes today. I loved it. Now, hey, you're trusting that corner out there. He's believing in you. We were trying to be aggressive offensively. Right there before half, still be aggressive. We got to trust. We got to trust each other. Now, you might fail. All right, but what I told our team, success is on the other side of failure, man. Just keep putting yourself out there, and we're going to get there.
Mike, Preston Williams early had that touchdown, and then he dropped that deep go route touchdown.
Post.
21.
Yeah.
Or post.
Yeah.
Skinny post, maybe.
No, it was a big post over the top, double post against their quarters. That's all right. Just want to make sure when y'all write it, y'all are the experts y'all think y'all are. So, okay.
But he ended up coming through with a big catch on that last drive. What can you say about his perseverance?
Well, I mean that's football. I tell the guys all the time, open don't count. Defensively, a lot of times guys are open and they miss them or they drop them. I mean, that happens. That happens. You hate that it happens. President hates that it happens, but I mean, you got the other down. And we dropped that big ball, and then we about get I think I might have had to use a timeout. We couldn't get lined up, because we're all like, oh, gosh, we dropped it. It should have been a touch. We got to line up and play the next down. Coaches on their screen, that happens. Just line up, snap the ball. We're going to call your number again. You got to be ready for that. And you talk about it all the time of the moments that are going to happen in the game. You got a chance to seize it, He didn't seize that one. He didn't make it. But what did he do later? He came back and made some big plays. The big catch when KJ throws it up and, just seeing which guy would catch it, and he made that one. And then the flag route there and the 1-minute drive. That happens. Our confidence in him is high. And that's what we talked about too. Just keep trusting each other. I feel like trust has been an issue a little bit for us offensively. Trust an offensive line. Trusting each other. And, we're learning to trust and keep playing. That was something that, we didn't talk about. I got asked about that during the week, that they won 8 straight. This is only my 4th time playing them. There's been one year where we kind of, the last game at Hughes, that we kind of ran away with it. But other than that, it's been a nail biter, down to the wires. A nail biter last year. Wyatt makes a 50-something yarder there, and then they score, and then they get the onside kick, and we hold on. And then today, you're feeling comfortable controlling the game. We missed some opportunities offensively to get some points. They have some big plays and end up taking the lead. But we found a way to win. I said this before. Sonny Lubick said when I got here, he said, "Hey, let me tell you something. Don't think any game's going to be easy. It's going to be a fourth quarter fight every game you play. That's just how it is here at Colorado State. I'd love to get where we, dominate and finish, but." That can happen if we keep improving. That's what I told our guys. But right now we're just trying to find a way. It's one of them games. Sometimes everything has to go right, but everything didn't go right today. But we found a way to win. That's football. Half the teams in the country lost today. Half of them won. We're one that won.
Any idea on whether or not you'll have Tyler or Colby next week?
I have not talked to our trainer, Tony, yet. You got Emmanuel Jones out. Darius Campbell was out for a long time. BC had an ankle. I think Tyler will be a couple weeks with him. Colby, I'm not sure. I believe it was a shoulder. I'm not. I know something was negative, but I'm really not. I can't really comment on it right now. I don't know.
How critical was it to get Cam Butler right back in there, though, after he did?
Yeah, I mean, I wish he would have scored. Yeah, he may be. I mean, he's a really good player for us and still a young player that's getting where he can play on the line tight end, and to get him back and make some plays right there. He caught the flag there on the 1-minute drive. KJ did a nice job of sticking that on him. They were basically sitting low on Preston. and shot it in there. And they, basically he's out, and the trainers check him and say whether he's in or not, and that was good to see. He came back in.
He wasn't cleared to play in this game till midweek either.
Yeah, that's just the protocol that they go with. He was really good when we got back from San Jose, but it just, it's kind of, sometimes it's a concussion, sometimes it's a contact-related headache, and, that's, any injury that we have, it's our trainers and doctors' decision whether they go back in or whether they pull them. And, I've just learned that, we're going to play with who's out there. If they say he's out, and that's just kind of the way we go about things.